Welcome on board, Chosen One. Let's not play polite today. Let's start with facts. You solved something they said couldn't be solved. Not maybe, not someday. You already did it. And the funniest part is this: while you are calm, quiet, and oddly clear inside, there are people out there losing their balance because of it. Sweaty palms, tight chests, late nights staring at ceilings. Not because you attacked them, not because you shouted, but because you understood. And that was never supposed to happen. Remember what they said about you. You are slow. You don't get it. You will never figure this out. Stay in your lane. Oh, the legend needs to bow now. Yeah, that aged terribly. They built comfort on the idea that you would stay confused forever, that you would keep reacting instead of seeing, that you would keep bleeding energy while they recycled the same tired tricks. Their confidence depended on you not connecting the dots. And then one quiet moment ruined everything. You noticed the pattern. You saw how the game was rigged. You cracked the logic behind the behavior, the timing, the fake chaos. And now look who is shaking. This is the part nobody prepares you for. The silence after the shift. No applause, no fireworks. Just a weird calm around you and a weird panic around them. Conversations change, energy changes. People who used to talk loud suddenly whisper. People who used to mock now watch closely, carefully, like the floor might collapse if they step wrong. They are not angry. They are exposed. You see, when someone finally understands the system starts malfunctioning. Their old tactics don't land. Their words don't sting. Their absence doesn't scare you anymore. And that is when panic sets in. Because control only works on people who don't know what is happening. The moment awareness enters the room, manipulation starts suffocating. You have felt it, haven't you? That strange moment where things stopped hurting the way they used to, where insults sounded hollow, where rejection felt informative. Like data, like feedback, instead of a verdict. That wasn't you becoming cold. That was you becoming accurate. Before we go deeper, press the like button and subscribe. Not as a favor to me, as a way to strengthen this voice, this frequency, this shared understanding. If this message hits, you already know what to do. Here is the part they never expected. You didn't win by fighting. You won by observing. You didn't overpower them. You outgrew the game. While they were busy repeating old moves, you were upgrading your internal system. New rules, new standards, new silence. And silence is terrifying to people who survive on noise. Think back. There was a time when you were underestimated on purpose, overlooked, talked over, dismissed in rooms you were clearly too sharp for. That wasn't bad luck. That was preparation. You were gathering intel without knowing it. Watching how people reveal themselves when they think you are harmless. Learning how power really moves. Learning who panics when they are no longer needed. Now the universe has flipped the lighting. Same room, same people, different spotlight. And suddenly, they realize you were never behind. You were loading. They are scrambling because your clarity removed their advantage. They cannot predict you anymore. You don't chase. You don't explain. You don't react on schedule. That scares people who depend on predictable emotional responses. When you stop feeding the loop eats itself. This is why it feels like the aftermath of a battle, because it is just not the loud kind. This was a psychological war, and you won the moment you stopped trying to prove anything. The victory is subtle, clean, surgical, and deeply unsettling to anyone who built their identity on being above you. Some of them are replaying old conversations right now, realizing what you meant. Some are connecting dots way too late. Some are forcing smiles while their internal story collapses. They are asking themselves how you changed without announcing it. How you solved something they didn't even know was a problem. Here is the truth. They will not say out loud, you didn't become dangerous. You became free, and freedom looks like chaos to people who rely on control. You are not here to gloat. You are here to move differently, to speak when it matters. To stay quiet when silence does the damage, to drop wisdom that cuts through illusions without raising your voice. That is villain. Energy turned heroic, calm, calculated, unbothered. They are having panic attacks because you cracked it and you are just getting started. All right. Before we move forward, lock in for a second. This is the moment where people usually click away. Not because they are bored, but because what is coming next forces accountability. You didn't stumble onto this message by accident. You are here because something in you already knows you cracked it, and now the universe is lining up the next layer. This isn't hype, this is continuation. What you are about to hear next explains why their panic started after you went quiet, why the shift felt lonely before it felt powerful, and why solving the code always isolates you before it elevates you. This part is not for spectators, it is for the ones who can sit with truth without flinching. So here is the move. If you are still here, press like and subscribe, not as noise, not as habit, but as a signal that you are choosing clarity over comfort and depth over distraction. This channel isn't entertainment. It is a record of who stayed when things got real. And now, Chosen One, drop 777 in the comments. Not for luck, for alignment. It is you saying, I am ready to sit with what I have solved and build from it. Even if nobody claps. We are about to break this down step by step. Stay to the end. If you truly cracked it, you will feel the pull to keep going. Number 1. They realize too late, and now their body is snitching on them. The scariest moment for your enemy is not when you fight back. It is when your presence stops reacting to theirs. This is not happening in the future. This is not imagination. This is not you being dramatic. This is a real-time collapse, and it is happening quietly behind closed doors. Inside people who once thought they had you figured out. Someone from your past is sitting alone right now, phone in hand, scrolling slower than usual, rereading things, replaying moments, not stalking you loudly, watching you carefully, because something feels wrong to them, and they don't have language for it yet. Their hands aren't shaking from rage. They are shaking from recognition. They finally see it. You didn't break. You didn't beg. You didn't turn bitter or desperate like they expected. You didn't stay available. You didn't stay predictable. You didn't stay small. You solved something, and once you solved it, your entire energy changed. Not louder, quieter, sharper, clean. And that silence is doing more damage than any argument ever could. This is the part people don't talk about. When someone loses access to you, their nervous system notices before their ego does. The body reacts. First, tight chest, restless nights, random waves of regret that make no sense to them yet. Their system is freaking out because the version of you they controlled no longer exists, and the new version doesn't need permission, closure, or approval. You might be asking yourself, why now? Why are they suddenly uneasy? Why does it feel like the energy flipped overnight? Because you cracked the pattern. You stopped feeding the loop before. They knew how to push you. They knew which buttons worked. They could predict your response. Silence made you anxious. Distance made you doubt yourself. Disrespect made you over-explain. That was the old code. They memorized it. They relied on it. Their confidence was built on your confusion. Then something snapped into place for you. You stopped asking why. You started watching how. You noticed repetition. You noticed timing. You noticed how certain people only showed up when you were low, distracted, or seeking validation. You saw how support disappeared the moment you gained clarity. That is when you solved it. And once you solved it, you stopped participating emotionally. That is when they lost control. Now here is the brutal truth. They didn't miss you because you were nice. They miss you because you were accessible. They miss the version of you that explained yourself. The one who stayed longer than they should have. The one who waited. The one who hoped. That version made them feel powerful. This version makes them feel irrelevant. That is why their body is panicking. Not because they love you, not because they suddenly grew emotional depth, but because the game ended without their consent. And people who survive on leverage cannot handle losing leverage quietly. Picture this. You are not texting. You are not reacting. You are not posting for attention. You are moving different, and from the outside, it looks calm. But on the inside of their world, Alarms are going off. They are wondering if you noticed everything. They are wondering if you see through them now. They are wondering if you are about to expose the truth without saying a word. And the answer is worse than they fear. You already did. You don't need revenge when clarity arrives. Clarity is the punishment, because clarity turns memory into evidence. Suddenly, every dismissive comment, every manipulation, every fake smile replays differently in their mind. They see themselves clearly for the first time, and they don't like what they see. You might think they are winning because they are quiet. They are not. Silence is what happens when someone realizes they no longer have the upper hand. Loud people feel safe. Quiet people are calculating. And right now, they are calculating how badly they misjudged you. This is why they feel it in their body, because ego can lie, but the nervous system cannot. They know they missed their window. They had a chance when you were open, when you were patient, when you were still explaining yourself. That door closed the moment you stopped reacting emotionally and started moving with intent. You didn't announce it. You didn't threaten it. You just withdrew access. And access was the drug. Now they are detoxing. Let this land if it needs to. You are not imagining this shift. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming precise. You didn't lose empathy. You gained boundaries. And boundaries feel like abandonment to people who benefited from your lack of them. That is why this feels lonely sometimes. Because growth doesn't come with applause. The chosen one eventually understands that every sacrifice was never a true loss. It was freedom in disguise. Comfort was exchanged for clarity. Approval was replaced by identity. Temporary stability gave way to real power. Every relationship, habit, belief, or possession that disappeared had already become dead weight. What others called failure was actually the removal of everything preventing true growth. People watched from a distance, expecting these sacrifices to destroy the chosen one. They witnessed the collapse, the loneliness, the uncertainty, and the pain. They assumed the fire would consume them. Instead, they watched someone emerge stronger, calmer, wiser, and impossible to understand. The question haunted them: how did losing everything make this person stronger? The answer was simple. The chosen one didn't break, they evolved. While others avoided discomfort, the chosen one embraced it. Every hardship became training. Every betrayal sharpened discernment. Every disappointment strengthened resilience. Pressure didn't weaken them, it forged them. Like steel refined by fire, they became stronger precisely because life demanded everything from them. Most observers mistook this transformation for chaos. They believed the chosen one was destroying their own life through reckless decisions. In reality, every move was intentional. Every sacrifice carried purpose. Like a skilled surgeon removing infected tissue to save a life, they cut away everything that threatened their future. The process looked painful, but it was carefully designed to preserve what truly mattered. The greatest breakthrough came when the chosen one stopped living for other people's approval. Rumors spread. Criticism increased. Misunderstandings followed. Yet none of it mattered anymore because they no longer depended on public opinion to define their worth. Most people protect their reputation because they seek permission to exist. The chosen one no longer needed anyone's permission. Life became a strategic game rather than an emotional struggle, like a chess master sacrificing pieces to create a winning position. Every apparent loss became preparation for ultimate victory. Careers changed. Relationships ended. Comfort disappeared. Stability dissolved. Others saw destruction, but the chosen one saw opportunity. Every sacrifice created space for something greater. They also understood a truth many never discover. People can only control what you fear losing. By willingly letting go of false security, they removed every point of manipulation. Someone who has already survived rock bottom becomes almost impossible to intimidate. Fear loses its power when there is nothing left to protect except truth. Walking away from unhealthy relationships became another act of wisdom rather than cruelty. The chosen one realized they could not rise while carrying people committed to keeping them small. Every goodbye was like a pilot releasing unnecessary cargo to fly above a storm. Less weight meant greater freedom. What looked like loneliness became peace. silence transformed into one of their greatest teachers. Away from constant noise and outside expectations, they rediscovered their authentic voice. Solitude revealed strengths that distraction had hidden for years. Instead of feeling abandoned, they learned to enjoy their own company and trust their own judgment. Gradually, mockery turned into curiosity. Those who predicted failure became confused when every setback only strengthened the chosen one. They watched someone who should have collapsed continue moving forward with increasing confidence. Their questions shifted from when will they fail to how are they still standing. The answer lay in mindset. The chosen one no longer measured life by possessions, status, or approval. They measured it by peace, integrity, discipline, and purpose. Material losses revealed how little was actually needed to build a meaningful life. Every sacrifice removed another illusion and uncovered another layer of authenticity. Isolation became purification instead of punishment. Without constant influence from others, manipulation lost its power. Fear faded, shame disappeared. Confidence no longer depended on applause. The chosen one stopped performing for the world and started living honestly. That authenticity became more powerful than anything they had previously achieved. Observers struggled to understand this freedom because they remained trapped by expectations. They believed happiness came from accumulating more recognition, more security, more possessions. The chosen one discovered the opposite. Freedom came through subtraction. Every unnecessary attachment released another chain. Eventually, they became someone who could no longer be controlled by fear. Loss no longer terrified them because they had already survived it. Rejection lost its influence because identity no longer depended on acceptance. Failure became information rather than defeat. Every obstacle simply revealed another opportunity to grow. By this point, the chosen one had become something their critics never expected. Someone completely independent from the opinions of others. They no longer chased validation, defended themselves against criticism, or explained every decision. Their peace spoke louder than arguments ever could. The same people who once laughed now found themselves silently studying a transformation they could neither imitate nor fully understand. As the transformation continued, the chosen one stopped chasing what had already ended. They never looked back, begged for another chance, or tried to reclaim people, places, or opportunities that no longer belonged in their life. While others expected regret, they found acceptance. While others expected grief, they witnessed peace. The chosen one understood that growth requires surrender, and every ending created space for a greater beginning. This refusal to return confused everyone who had doubted them. They expected desperation, but found confidence. They expected weakness, but discovered quiet strength. The greatest surprise was not what the chosen one lost, but how calmly they continued forward without looking over their shoulder. That unwavering focus became impossible to ignore. Over time, those who once mocked them became obsessed with understanding their transformation. At first they watched, expecting failure. Then they watched with curiosity, wondering how someone under constant pressure could remain so steady. Eventually, curiosity became respect mixed with fear. They realized they were witnessing someone whose strength came from a source they could not comprehend. Every hardship had become an advantage. Solitude brought clarity. Failure produced wisdom. Rejection created independence. Instead of becoming bitter, the chosen one became disciplined. Instead of seeking revenge, they invested their energy in becoming stronger. The more life stripped away, the more authentic they became. One of the greatest discoveries was that true freedom comes from needing very little. Material possessions, titles, public approval, and social status lost their power. The chosen one learned that peace cannot be taken from someone who no longer depends on external validation. They became impossible to manipulate because they no longer feared losing what others desperately tried to protect. Their victories also changed. Success was no longer measured by comparison, recognition, or applause. It was measured by integrity, purpose, resilience, and inner peace. While others climbed ladders built by society, the chosen one built an entirely different path based on authenticity. That path demanded greater sacrifice, but produced far greater freedom. The collapse everyone witnessed eventually revealed itself as construction. What looked like destruction was actually preparation. Old identities, unhealthy relationships, limiting beliefs and false expectations had to disappear before something stronger could emerge. Like a forest renewed after fire, the Chosen One discovered that endings often create the conditions necessary for new life. The greatest shock for their critics was seeing genuine happiness, not temporary excitement or public success, but deep, lasting peace. They expected regret after so many sacrifices. Instead, they found someone lighter, calmer, and more fulfilled than ever before. That peace exposed how trapped many people remain inside lives, built around fear, approval, and comfort. The Chosen One eventually realized that true transformation required allowing the old version of themselves to die. They willingly released outdated habits, limiting beliefs, unhealthy attachments, and familiar identities. This symbolic death created space for someone wiser, stronger, and impossible to intimidate. Fear lost its influence because they no longer feared change itself. Pressure no longer felt like an enemy. Every challenge became another opportunity to grow. Every obstacle became another lesson. Others spent their lives avoiding discomfort, while the Chosen One treated hardship as training. That difference separated them from everyone who relied only on talent or circumstance. Endurance became their greatest advantage. As they continued rising, many people naturally disappeared from their life. Some relationships simply could not survive the higher standards, stronger boundaries, and deeper self-respect the Chosen One had developed. Like stages of a rocket falling away during launch, certain connections had fulfilled their purpose and could not continue into the next chapter. Eventually, some tried to return. They came with apologies, compliments, and promises of change. But the Chosen One could now recognize genuine intentions from manipulation. Sacrifice had sharpened discernment. They understood that some people missed not the person, but the access, influence, and control they once enjoyed. This time, healthy boundaries remained firm. Instead of surrounding themselves with noise, they chose peace. Instead of chasing popularity, they pursued purpose. Instead of seeking quantity, they valued quality. Solitude no longer represented loneliness but freedom. Silence became a source of wisdom rather than emptiness. The greatest lesson they carried forward was simple. Letting go is not losing. Letting go is growth. Every sacrifice had removed another limitation. Every hardship had strengthened another part of their character. Every ending had prepared them for a future impossible to reach, while carrying the weight of the past. In the end, the Chosen One redefined victory itself. Success was no longer about proving others wrong, but about becoming fully authentic. They emerged from every trial with greater clarity, deeper confidence, stronger character, and lasting peace. There was nothing left for critics to take, because everything false had already been surrendered. Those who once judged now watched in silence. They realized they had not witnessed someone's downfall, but someone's rebirth. The fire they hoped would destroy the Chosen One had become the very force that forged them. Every sacrifice became a source of strength. Every loss became an investment. Every obstacle became preparation. The Chosen One stood before the world no longer seeking validation, approval, or permission. They had become resilient enough to survive uncertainty, wise enough to embrace change, and free enough to live according to purpose instead of fear. That freedom could never be purchased, copied, or stolen. Ultimately, the greatest victory was not wealth, status, or recognition. It was becoming someone completely at peace with themselves. By surrendering everything false, the Chosen One gained something eternal: authenticity, courage, clarity, and an unshakable spirit. Their journey proved that true power is not found in what a person possesses, but in who they become after having the courage to let everything unnecessary go.